Yeah. So I'm here trying to use the bathroom. I'm getting to the heat, the tissue from the bathroom. I had to, you know, just so lucky, blessed that I had bought tissue. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to use the bathroom. Suffered from diarrhea and it's scaring me. They said under the slavery laws in America, black science are allowed to use indoor plumbing. So this is the South Ferry train station. I came into the bathroom because I'm having diarrhea. And they had a Spanish security guard, trying to prevent me from the bathroom. So I'm not a real female. And I told him he has no right to be harassing me based on my being transgender. Until I brought the camera out, that was when we backed off. So I have to keep recording everything and make sure I panic. As a green card holder, they make me feel unwelcome in New York. My mother was a naturalized U.S. citizen. Our own daughters, the framed mental illness owner to get her killed in Bellevue. So they were just trying to start the city in what is called a ghetto lottery, where people will blame harm on the city wrongly, or sometimes just set up a harm to get money. So my mother's daughters were born in America, but only in Florida. So, and nobody helps them with anything. I've been trying to get them arrested. They live in Pennsylvania, but came here to New York to get my mother killed. You know, my mother was staying with them in Pennsylvania, but she came to New York because she said one of the daughters was poisoning her food with current as free poison Polanyi. She said it was part of a narcotic gang. And so my mother took the Greyhound bus, opened the officials in New York will help me her because I stay in New York on the street. Me and my mother used to stay in New York, you know, until the police took her home on Staten Island. And every Ghana was trying to help us because we were wrongfully evicted by the police from my basement apartment in Staten Island. And the police went and beat Arugana dead. I recorded Arugana before they killed him at the same place where they killed him. I gave him the copy papers at that place. Then and I rented a room near where they killed Arugana before they killed him. Put all the evidence against the police there. The landlord was menacing in that room and burnt that room. I believe it was 219 Canal Street, Staten Island. Burnt that room around March 9 after I gave the court papers to Arugana. And by July, close to my birthday in 2014, Arugana was beaten dead by the police. And he said they were following him around the police on Staten Island, menacing him, the undercover agent, calling him fat boy, until they finally killed him. So they're exposing me to such menacing also. Anytime I go on I go get the newspaper. There's the stores in Brooklyn and everywhere that give me old newspaper, like 1 week late. So I always go there to get the paper. And as soon as when I got the paper, the police have been surrounding me since last night. I got the papers, like a bunch of papers. They saw me reading, actually see me reading, so they get out of the train. It's like I'm a N word that's not supposed to read. This Ricardo said some niggas are trying to get him to go to prison, and he said he's going to see about that. After I sent an email to the judge, Judge O, some weeks ago, that they shouldn't dismiss the case, the Turkish fabric case against them. I said, it's helping Trump harass immigrants because I also criticize Trump. I also have a problem with this Trump, which you call African country shit. And I used to go to this hotel in New Jersey before Uganda was killed, and they threw me out of this hotel at Taj Mahal. They own that hotel, it's the casino hotel. I go there to gamble, and I have diarrhea. I go there to use the bathroom also. And they threw me out of the hotel, so I'm not welcome there. They had a lot of white clients, and they didn't want me there as a black client. And I recorded everything as I was going to sue Trump. I came back to New York, get the copy pastor Uganda to help me sue the police first, and the police went and beat Uganda there. I've been under police FBI surveillance because when I came into the country in 2000, my mother, as a teenager, I was arrested by immigration at JFK Airport. And I was put in a Wacky Nuts detention facility in Queens, immigration facility, detention facility. So as soon as I was released, they put me under FBI surveillance. This is what they do to immigrants released from immigration jail. So for the past 25 years, I've been under immigration surveillance. And anybody I encounter, they are saying the police are following them around also. The same with Arizona. Not just Arizona. Anybody I encounter, they say, the police are following them around. Especially after I sued the police for taking my home off Staten Island. So this NYPD, this guy is also close to the NYPD requirements. And I think I saw someone that looks like him in the past 1 week at the New York Law School. I was walking up at around that area, New York Law School area, like Church Street in Manhattan, you know, and he came by me. He was wearing a suit, and I said, hello, can you please help me? with some change. I'm a panhandler and didn't say nothing to me. I walked into the law school. Somebody, why is he walking around without a police escort and coming around me? And the police are surrounding me everywhere, talking everywhere. If I try to read newspaper on the train, they're going to get out the train. He said it's going to be going against all these newspapers for writing bad articles around him. They said a daily news reporter also was also roughed up by this regarding security detail. I was going to the bathroom, the Spanish guy came to get out the bathroom. You can't use the bathroom. So you're not a real woman. So they're planting people to intimidate me and kick me out. They said this Trump said he wants homeless people out of the subway. They said they're shitty. They said that the subway is a shithole. New York subway. He sent his transportation secretary Sean Duffy, and since then the police have been kicking out of everywhere. So they're scapegoating me as an African that once this Trump arrested for what happened to me in his hotel in New Jersey, Taj Mahal, before and then, like 10 years ago, before every Ghana got killed. And I went to his hotel, I gambled there at Taj Mahal Hotel in New Jersey, and they threw me out of the bathroom because I have diarrhea and I couldn't use the bathroom also while gambling. I had a gambling card there. So I recorded everything I was going to shoot. I came back to New York, was given coffee first to Eric Garner because I had a case against this police